the lag is terrible, so as always. So um, just gonna have to work with it. But since I'm not doing didn't do a tutorial video this week like I was planning on, I'm gonna do a best, or not best, but just like an overview or review of my 2018, which had a lot of ups and downs. And because what I was gonna do, I was just gonna show you how I um, put like the dusty look that's on Prompto's jacket, but I ended up doing that at a friend's house today and didn't record any of it. But I used three colors of acrylic paint, where it is I use white, brown, and black, and I layered them, but I mean, you can't tell this far away, it actually looks pretty good, but up close, it's a little, it's not perfect. But, I layered them when I should have mixed them together. So but, I mean, from this distance, you really can't tell, which is fine. I just gotta finish putting the studs around him, around the patches. Be all done. But yeah, that's what I was gonna do. But since I ended up doing it at a friend's house, and I added these buttons they had, their little skulls. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah. I think I mentioned I'll make another one at some point. It's like a magician's hat material. Okay. So, I'm going to talk about if you hear meowing, I have two cats playing in my shoe rack back behind us. That's what they want to do at 12:13 in the morning. Um, and I'm filming this like at night when everybody's asleep because I don't like filming things when people are here, and since it's the holidays, I haven't had daytime to do it. But just because I'm not used to talking in front of a camera or anything like that. So let me think. 2018, and I'm not gonna talk too much, but um, it started out okay. I mean, it was just kind of whatever. It snowed in Georgia. I think we got an inch, maybe an inch and a half down here, if that. And when it snows, the whole state closes. There's um, always like a state of emergency. A couple years ago, there was like the snow apocalypse, and it was like Atlanta got like half an inch, and everyone lost their shit. It's hilarious, honestly. Like, you're not gonna go out because you're not able to drive in that. I mean, it melts by the time it hits the roads, but it's more like the melting and becomes ice is the problem. So much more than the snow, but still, I'm like, you guys don't know how to drive in the rain. You're not gonna be able to drive in snow. um, but so yeah, I mean, there's some things like I don't regret anything, which is good. I'm pretty good about not having regrets in my life because I mentioned in like the depression video, you can't really hold on to things that you have no control over. They happened in the past. You can't go back and fix it. We all have things that we wish we could change or fix in some way, but that's just the way things are. So you just gotta move on. Like ending the toxic, as my friend calls it, situationship. Um, Sooner than I did, and then that culminated into what happened this past summer, and that was like the biggest bad part was just the craziness that happened with all of that. And I honestly don't know how much I can talk about it for many reasons, but yeah, it was just that was the bad part. For the most part, everything else was decent. Like November of 2017, I quit my full time job, which I had insurance with. And as I mentioned, I have kidney transplant and I have to take meds every day. So we were paying out of pocket for my medications, which was, $100 every 2 weeks for like two of my medications. Some of the other ones aren't too expensive. I think they got up to like $30 at one point. But now I got Medicaid, so thank goodness for that. And I mean, that's a good thing that came out of the bad relationship, because at some point, somehow, I'm not pointing any fingers or anything, I got HPV, and I'll go into this further. I'll do like a women's health episode of a Let's Chat, and mine was like stage, I don't remember, not stage 2, like I didn't have cancer, but I had precancerous cells that had to be taken out so they didn't turn into cancer. And to have that procedure done, it was like, just to check to see if I had HPV was $300. So my doctor was like, go to the health department, and the health department got me a Medicaid, so I was able to go back to my doctor and get everything taken care of and clear. So because of all that, my body's good. I'm covered, some semblance of insurance, which is nice. But yeah, I quit that job, and I was unemployed for 6 months, but I was in grad school, and I was still living with my parents, and it was a hassle, but it's not like I had to worry about rent or groceries or a car payment. My car payment got paid off in 2017, so I didn't have to worry about anything like that, thankfully. But I still have bills, like 4 credit cards that I maxed out like a dumbass, because I was unemployed and used that instead of just not. I mean, it's not an option, but still. And just, things like that, medical bills. I was in the hospital twice, 2 or 3 times in 2017. But then late March, April, I got the job I currently have, which I've complained about it, and I will continue to complain about it because it's not what I want to be doing, but I'm trying to get in a path where I love my job, I love what I do, and I have a career that I'm proud of. It's not, and I don't hate my job. It's just not what I want to be doing. What are you doing? Why? You can't see anything out there. Hoodlums. Yeah, I got my job, and so, getting a paycheck, a fairly steady paycheck, able to pay my bills, not have to worry about too many things, which is nice. And since it's part-time, I am able to just kind of take off as much time as I need to, so I can go to conventions and go on different things, and still, because I don't have to pay rent or anything like that or worry about that, I still struggle with money. I'm still broke all the time, but I don't have to worry about too much. Like, I don't have to be worried about being out on my ass or anything like that, which is nice. It's nice to have that security net. And that sound is my chair, and I just need to stop moving. So, yeah, I got this job, and pays the bills. It's nice to have something to do. So I was getting this cycle where I'd go to bed at 4 a.m., wake up at like 4 p.m., miss the whole day, and I'd have plans to do this or that and wouldn't do it. So that was a good thing. I got back into cosplay. Stop! I got back into cosplay. Like making my own. I was in cosplay because I had the Black Widow one, but that's all I had. Like, really getting back into it. I got a PS4 for that Christmas 2017, so I got to like get more into gaming, and I've been able to explore even more games and do all. And I got back into cosplay, and I did Sydney because I was thinking, oh, she'll be easy to do. She wasn't, but it really got me back into it. I'm just repeating myself. But so I went to Brazil through my MBA program because part of it you have a study abroad trip, and you go to like different businesses and talk to different people. And we went to Sao Paulo and Rio, and it's a beautiful country. I absolutely loved it, and we went at the perfect time because we went in June, and June is their winter because it's in the southern hemisphere. And it was so pleasant. It was just like the perfect temperature the whole time we were down there. It didn't rain for the 10 days we were there. The food is amazing. The people are so sweet. I loved it. And then there was July, and that was a mess. We talked about that briefly, and then August, I finished Sydney the last week of August because, well, I finished it at Dragon Con because Dragon Con was coming up. And then I was like, okay, cool. I did that. Let me make some more cosplays. And I ended up getting probably more or less done by New York Comic Con. I mean, clearly his jacket wasn't, but I was like, whatever. And Eraserhead, which was fun. And the reception on that was really great, and I really loved it. And going to conventions, I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it. You meet the best people at conventions. Like, you can meet some shitty people too. Don't get me wrong. But I would say like 9 out of 10 times, people I've met have become fast-lasting, true friends. Like the person I finished this jacket up with, I went up to Atlanta and we just hung out doing cosplays all week. And we met 6 months ago, and it was like hanging out with an old friend. And I've met some of my closest friends that will be my friends for the rest of my life, honestly, through conventions and just through our love of cosplay and nerddom and stuff like that. And that's definitely been a huge thing of 2018. It's just the support and love I've gotten from my friends and new friends and old friends and my family, and why I wanted to start this YouTube channel kind of, and I've talked about that briefly too. Just because whatever my endeavor is going to be, I know it will be backed, it will be supported, and even if I fall flat on my face, they'll still be there to help pick me up and things like that, which is really, really great. Yeah, and then in August, I graduated. I got my MBA, Master's of Business Administration degree, and I'm actually kind of using it. So for a while, I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? I've been looking at like marketing jobs and stuff like that, but I was like, what am I gonna do with this? And I was thinking about it today actually, where it's like, well, I'm marketing myself, I'm branding myself, I'm marketing my cosplay, my work, so I am using it in that sense. And I got to see my sister a couple weeks ago, right before I started this channel. I started the channel the day she went back home. She lives in Washington State now, and I hadn't seen her in almost a year and a half. It was really, really good to see my sister. She's younger than me. She's 21. She's a little baby. Can't believe she's 21. I'm 28. I don't think I've mentioned that. I know I don't look it. I know I don't sound it, but I am 28. And I've, like, just in the last week of 2018, I have started getting back in shape. I'm happier than I've been in a very long time, despite, the medical scares, the crap with my ex, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, we don't know what we were. Despite all that, 2018 was still a pretty good year. Like, it was really real emotional roller coaster. But I survived it. I got past it. I've grown from it. I'm growing from it. So, which is great. And one day I'll stop doing the and-ums. That's a goal for 2019. Not a revolution, not revolution, revelation. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm tired. For 2019, a goal for stop saying and get better at this, and I will. It just takes practice, and one day. I'm just trying to think, like, what else. I mean, I mostly just work and do cosplay stuff and video games. And I got, like, I want to maybe do some Let's Plays on this channel. I think I mentioned that every once in a while. Not saying I'm not good at any video games. I just enjoy them. And I probably wouldn't do commentary, just me yelling at the TV. So I don't know. um, but yeah, I just like this is from Dragon Con. I don't know if you can see it. It was my friend hung out with today was dressed up as Prompto. Literally met her at Dragon Con. We followed each other on Instagram. Like, hey, let's do a Sydney and Prompto shoot at Dragon Con, and we did, and it was great. I don't know if you can see this hole. Trying to climb up my curtains. Yeah, you know better. Your sister up there, is that why you're trying to get up there? They're trying to climb onto my windows, you. And I don't want to stop the video because that's more editing I have to do, and I don't want to do it. And like a lot of good movies came out this year. You know, we have that. That's always a plus. You have, I mean, the memes, quality this year, quality. Honestly, I think I only saw like Avengers and Spider-Verse and Fantastic Beast. Yeah, I think that's the only movies I saw this year. But Spider-Verse, definitely the best out of all of them. It was top 10, so good. Top 3 of this year, because I only saw 3 movies, but it was so good. I pretty much just played Final Fantasies 15, 10, and 7 this year. A little bit of Dragon Age Inquisitor. So older games, nothing new, but I really want to play Spider-Man and God of War, the ones that came out in 2018. When I'll play them in 2019, because I'm behind on everything. I'm always late. It's who I am. But I mean, yeah, for the most part, I think the best of 2018 was just kind of realizing that I have amazing friends, an amazing support system who are really there for me, who really care and want to see me succeed, and we want to see each other succeed, and we build each other up, and it's fantastic. And I can't wait to see what 2019 brings. I think it's going to be a fantastic year. I think it's going to be a really, really good year. I just have that feeling. And it doesn't mean it won't have ups and downs, because every year has ups and downs. That's life. But I think for the most part, it's going to be successful. And I read this one Forbes article. We need to redefine how we define success. And one of the points or so is like, are you happy? And that really hit home. I'm just like, yeah, that should be what success is. It's like, are you happy? Okay, you got a corner office, you make 200, 400,000 a year plus, but you don't get to see your friends, you don't have any hobbies, you go to work, you come home, and that's it. That's awful. Well, I mean, if you really love that, cool, but for me, that would be awful. I'm like, even as an introvert, I still want to see my friends, still want to hang out with them. I love cosplaying, like, pulls me out of that shell, which I love. And I was just like, I want 2019, I want to be happy. I want that to be my success, is to be happy. And I want everyone else to be happy. I really want to see a lot of growth in 2019, a lot of blooming, and just becoming the people we want to be and the people we want to see in the world. And that's what I would like to see, what I'm going to see. I'm putting that out into the universe. And like 2019 is going to be a great year for everyone who wants it to be, who works for it. I mean, it's not going to fall in your lap, obviously, but that's just what I want. Like I said on Twitter, is like, I want in 2018, I know it's going to, or 19, I know it's going to be good because I'm going to make it good. I'm to open this creative path for me and to at least showcase my work and showcase my skills, even if it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm learning new skills that I can take anywhere, really. I'm trying to remember what it was. Everything. I should just know, but you know. Well, they're tearing up my curtains. That's what you're hearing in the wall. It's a great sound to know. They're little brats. They're only 2 years old, 2.5. They don't know. They know better, but they don't know better. This is so fascinating. Love it. So good. Just best content ever. Okay. I'm also, even in the last 2 weeks, I'm also more motivated than I have been in years to do anything. Like, I'll get really nervous before I film these videos. Sometimes I'll put them off a little bit. I'm like, no, I need to do it. And when I start doing it, I'm like, oh, this is fun. I actually really enjoy doing this. And it's weird because I'm talking to myself in a camera for, you know, my wonderful 13 subscribers that I have. You're fantastic. I love you. And that's and another really good reason why 2019 is gonna be a good year, because I have no fuckboys in my life, none. And it's so wonderful. It's blissful. I'm not letting any more come in. They're out. None. They're blocked. And yeah. And yeah, basically that was the one other point. It's just, I have positive people in my life. I have good people in my life, people who genuinely care about me, who I can trust and not have to worry, which is really, really great. So, I think that's my review in total of 2018. I know this is slightly shorter by like a few minutes than my normal videos, which is fine. Less editing I have to do, because I'm not going to edit this at all, honestly. To be honest with you guys, I'm not. I'm just going to throw it up. And yeah, I really can't wait to see what 2019 brings us. Brings me, brings you, brings everybody. Yeah, good things are on the horizon. I feel it. And I hope everyone has a great night. And thank you for watching. And I love you. Bye.